This is our tractor that we use. It's a 65 horsepower John Deere, and right now we have a brush hog on it. It's like a brush mower basically, and this is how we would connect up to the corn planter. We attach it here, here, and here. We will not hook this up though. It's wheel driven, like I said, so it doesn't use a PTO. This is what a PTO. That right up here. This is where we hook up the hydraulics on the disc, and then we push a button up there and it moves the wheels. This is what we use to flip the soil over when there's grass on the top of the soil. And what it does is, it basically flips it over and then the grass dies, and then it turns into compost for the soil, and then you can plant corn. So this is the front one. It has these edges on it to cut through the grass better. And then this is the hydraulic. This has hydraulics on it. So you hit this button basically, and it makes this piston go up and down, and it can determine your depth. You don't have to use this. This is basically just an upgrade from the rototiller or the shovel. Both of them work just great. This just makes the process a little faster. But yeah, like I said, you can use a rototiller or a shovel. This is not necessary. This is the 2-row corn planter. It's wheel driven. Wheel driven means that it has no electronics or PTO or special gauges in it. This is the fertilizer bin right here, and this is the corn. So what happens is you hook this up to the tractor, and the wheel turns, powering the corn bin and the fertilizer. So as you go, this breaks the soil, and then these spread it out, and then your corn drops right in here. And then these wheels are for float. This whole unit moves up and down. And then back here, it covers it. And then the fertilizer comes out, and this chain just puts a little bit more dirt on top, basically. And yeah, this helps you in the planting progress because it doesn't take as many people, but you can easily do this by hand. You just need a hoe, and you space your rows 28 to 30 inches apart, and then in between each seed about 8 inches, and that's how you plant corn with a hoe by yourself. This is us planting corn with our corn planter. Right now, Sayla's going behind me to make sure that all the corn gets covered up. You can see by where you've planted the corn by where it's packed down and where it's not. This is the fertilizer bin, and this is the corn bin. This is us planting corn at our grandpa's farm. You can see that the soil is much less rocky and a lot more fertile by the way the soil is so dark. As you can see in the tractor bucket, the fertilizer is right there. The fertilizer helps put nutrients and minerals back in the soil that the corn needs. In this field, we're planting sweet corn. Sweet corn and field corn are very different. Field corn grows taller and has a bigger ear, but does not taste sweet at all. Sweet corn, on the other hand, is much sweeter, but is also smaller and doesn't have as big as an ear. This is the corn after about 2.5 weeks of growing. We planted this corn with a tractor and a corn planter and a disc, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can plant this corn with a hoe and a rototiller. It's not that hard. This is our cornfield after growing for a month and 9 days. This is up to my waist. It's doing pretty good. You want it up to about your knee after a month of growing. This corn was sprayed just recently because we weren't able to kill all the grass here, and this corn was treated with a certain chemical around the seed So when it got sprayed, it was resistant to the spray, and it only killed the grass. So now what's going to happen is that as this corn grows up, the leaves of it are going to shade out in between these rows here, and it's what we call shading out. And then the grass won't be able to grow because there won't be any sunlight for it to use its energy to grow.